Good morning, guys. I hope you don't hear too much wind. That would piss me off if you did. So, I've been asked on my Instagram quite a lot because I've gained a lot of followers, and I've explained in my last video how I got shredded in terms of concepts, but I didn't really explain exactly what I do every day in my life, in my daily life, the tasks I do. So, I'm going to do it on this video. I'm going to tell you how I managed to keep my abs, big fucking six-pack, while eating brownies and ice cream and crepes and Nutella, because my philosophy is that I eat whatever I want. I don't limit myself. I eat whatever I want if I want to eat it. I just don't eat randomly throughout the day. The things that make most people fat is to eat anything sweet they want at any time they want, as many times as they want throughout the day. Of course, if you eat Nutella 5 times in the day, you get fat. I don't eat ice creams 5 times in the day. I make ice cream with the best products, the best ice cream ever. I eat it at a specific time, before my workouts, for example, or in the evening, because it's full of fats, and fats are healthy for hormone production. And then I'm done with the ice cream, you know? I don't come back to it many times in the day. I hope the background noises are not too fucking loud. So, what I do, I'm going to tell you about one classic day of mine, you know? So in the morning I wake up. Right now I'm resting, because if you didn't know, I had 530 days of workout without rest days. And then I missed a day. Because it's summer, I'm out with the dog, I forgot to go to the gym. So I missed a day. So I decided to just take a rest period for like 2 weeks to rest my nervous system. Because my nervous system was fried for all this workout. So, I'm currently kind of resting, but what I do when I'm working out normally is I wake up when the sun wakes me up. You're always going to feel best by waking up with the sun, rather than an alarm, because the light of the day makes you makes you stop producing melatonin. It wakes you up naturally. If you wake up with an alarm, you have a guaranteed shitty day ahead of you. It's really important to wake up with the sun. I've been doing this for the past 3 years of just sleeping with the blinders open. So I go to sleep naturally with, no lights, because I don't turn on the lights in my house. I live with the light of the sun. That's a very important thing to feel good in your body. So, I wake up with the light of the day, which indeed in the winter is late as fuck, which is why in the winter I put an alarm. But in summer, the sun wakes up naturally at like 5:30, 6 a.m. So I wake up around this time. I go out and walk the dog straight away, because the dog wants to go take a piss as soon as he wakes up. Which is a great thing, to go out as soon as you wake up. You shouldn't wake up and scroll on social media, because you're bombarding your eyes with blue lights, and that fucks your day as well. You should get out, get some sunlight in your eyes to literally fix your circadian rhythm. And if you do this every day, your body will start feeling good waking up early. I used to wake up at 3 p.m., right? I was a big video game addict. I would just play until 5 a.m. and then go to sleep, and then feel like shit and be lazy all the time. The reason why I feel better and I wake up early now is because I wake up with the sun and go to sleep when the sun is down. I don't necessarily go to sleep as soon as the sun is down. But when the sun is down, I'm in my bed. The lights are off. I'm with my blue light glasses, maybe replying to some comments, because I'm getting a ton of fucking comments nowadays, because I blew up on Instagram. So, first thing that you do is you get out, you get some sunlight, instead of bombarding yourself with blue lights from your phone. That's the first thing that will make you feel good. And then when you feel good, you can actually start your day doing whatever you want and be happy about it. You don't get out of bed with fucking hate of life and regrets. So then, I would go to the gym. first thing in the morning because I eat most of my sugars in the evening to have the sugar in my muscles, carbohydrates in my muscles for the morning workout. So I wake up, walk the dog, gym, workout. And then I stay fasted. Depending, I have to tell you about all the details, right? If I'm cutting, I take coffee before the workout, but I don't put anything in the coffee. And if I'm bulking, I'm gaining mass, I put a pint of raw milk in the coffee. 500 milliliters of milk, raw milk in the coffee. So that is cold coffee, right? Because if you drink the raw milk hot, it's not raw milk anymore. And having all this milk is protein and fats and sugars. It's perfect. It's the perfect drink. So if I'm bulking, I'll have this before the workout so that I can work out with extra sugars in me, extra fats, to be fully energized, have a better workout, and most importantly, just be building mass all throughout the day. But if I'm cutting, I just take coffee with nothing else. So that there's no calories in it, 0 calories, and I'm still fasted. My body is still burning fats as energy instead of using the blood in the sugar in my blood, like it would if I did drink the milk before going to the gym. So gym fasted if I'm cutting. I'm going to talk about when I'm fasted because right now I'm cutting. It's summer. I want to show you my abs. So gym fasted. I get home. I hit some work on the computers, social media, blah blah blah, and I don't eat anything until 11:30 to 12 to 1. If I'm trying to cut aggressively, I don't eat anything until 1 p.m. This is very important. If you cut your fast at 11, you're going to lose some weight over time. But if you push your first meal as late as you can, you will lose so much fucking weight. So much more weight that if you, the couple hours, the energy that your body will use energy that you have to make you live for those 2 hours, right? So if you don't eat, the only thing the body can do is burn fat for energy. So the longer you stay fasted, the more you will fucking melt. Very important to stay fasted as long as you can. So then first meal of the day. The best meal you can take for the first meal of the day is just steak. Just a 1 ingredient meal. Because for most people, of course, you'll be working in the afternoon. And if you bombard your system with multiple ingredients, you will feel lazy, you will feel like shit at work. Because when you eat, then you get lazy. Look at lions. They hunt. They're full of energy. They hunt. They kill. Then they eat. They sleep for the whole fucking day. Because when you're eating a lot of food, when you've killed the zebra, you eat 20 kilos of meat. Then you have to sleep to digest all this. Not sleep, you have to rest, you have to... I hope there's not too much fucking wind, but... You have to... Your metabolism uses energy to digest all this food. So you can't be doing your most exercise, your most work, while you have a lot of food in you, because your brain will just not have the energy. You'll be spending the energy consuming the food, producing enzymes, producing stomach acid, which is a very heavy process. So, I think there's too much wind. We'll see. First time I bought this mic. We'll see how it goes. So, first meal of the day, just steak. A 1 ingredient meal will be very easy on your system. You'll digest it and feel like you just feel good. You know when you eat lunch and then you need to take a nap. This doesn't happen if you take a 1 ingredient lunch. The thing that makes you sleepy is to eat carbs and steak and fats and fucking desserts and many different ingredients in 1 meal. This fucks you up. So, first meal of the day, steak. Then, I don't eat anything for an hour, 2 hours. 2 hours actually, so that the steak is completely digested. Then I hit my second portion of raw milk if I didn't take it in the morning. Or I just drink the whole liter of raw milk in the afternoon, right? Because I drink 1 liter of raw milk per day. So the first meal is at like 1 p.m. second meal, which is more like a snack, is the raw milk, a couple hours later. Because the raw milk takes different enzymes than the steaks to digest. You can't, if you digest them at the same time, you will have tummy ache, you'll feel lazy, you'll feel sleepy. So you do the steak first. Then a couple hours later, the raw milk. I mean, that's what I do, right? You don't have to do it. I'm just telling you what I do specifically. Then the milk takes it takes 1 hour to digest, a bit less than an hour. So after that, I just wait an hour, 30 minutes. It depends on the dog, because then the dog will want to take a piss. Can you see the dog? I don't think you can see it. Anyway, around 6 p.m., maybe 7, maybe 5 is the second meal. Depending on what I cook, right? Because I make food content on Instagram, as you can see. Sometimes it's longer to cook. If it's longer to cook, then I eat later. But if it's the time I would want to be eating is 5:30, 6 p.m. Then, so you'll notice that all my meals are between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. It's a 5 hours eating window, which means I'm fasting for 19 hours. So there's no other option to burn a fucking ton of fat when you're doing this. And I eat a lot. During my meals, I eat a lot. I don't eat a small steak. I eat like 300, 400, 500 grams of steak. But it's one ingredient, which is very easy to digest on your system. You might feel heavy if you had a 500 gram steak, but you'll just digest it without problem. Then the raw milk, the milk is so fucking awesome, guys. It's a bunch of calories, a bunch of protein, and a bunch of fats. It's the perfect drink. So some people will tell you that milk is for baby cows, right? And what I tell them, to those people, is that I think milk isn't about babies. It's about the fact that babies need to be independent. So they don't stop drinking milk because they're not babies anymore. They stop drinking milk because they need to be independent and stop having the need of having their mom next to them to be fed for the rest of their lives. They need to become independent, so they have to eat food that's outside in the world instead of milk. So I don't think milk is for babies. I think it's just for people. It is for animals that are not independent yet. But as we can do it now, and nowadays we have the technology and the knowledge to just, how can I say it? To agriculture milk. I mean, to produce milk in big quantities, although we're not babies, which is fine. So we're just taking this superfood, right? Because milk is a fucking superfood. It has everything that life on this planet needs to fucking grow. So milk as a snack is actually a meal because there's everything you need in milk. It's the best snack in the world. So milk. And then in the last meal of the day is usually the heaviest for me. But that's why I eat it at 6 p.m. because you need 3 to 4 hours of digestion before going to sleep if you want to sleep good. If you eat at 9 p.m. and you go to sleep at 10 p.m., you will wake up feeling like shit and feeling like you have a big, massive ball in your stomach because you won't have digested everything. Your stomach needs sleep as well. Your organs need rest. If you don't let them rest by giving them stuff all throughout the day, you'll slow down your metabolism like fuck and feel like shit. So my last meal of the day is very early, even though it can be a lot of food, right? Very often, if I'm bulking again, I'll eat a fucking ton of spaghetti, 1 kilogram of spaghetti. I often put in my story on Instagram my plates of 1 kilo to 1.5 kilo of pasta and eggs. So that's a lot of food to digest in one go, but from 6 p.m. to 9, 10 p.m. I have time to digest it all. Sorry. And then I go to sleep. I wake up feeling pretty fucking good. And then, because I just ate a ton of pasta in the evening, I now have a fucking ton of sugars in my muscles, which will help me have a great workout in the morning. That's my specific routine, right? Now, if I want to eat those things that I tell you about, the ice cream, the brownies, and the shit, it goes in the evening meal. But then I'm not gonna have 1.5 kilos of pasta and the brownies. I have a normal meal in the evening with the brownies, with something else. And as long as you have, if you have 1 to 2 ingredients, 3 hours digestion is good. But if you have more than that, you should look for 4 to 5 hours of digestion before going to sleep. Then you'll still feel good. But you need to make sure that when you eat many different ingredients, you will inevitably slow down your metabolism. And that's when you will feel lazy afterwards. So if you have work to do, don't eat the heavy fucking meals before your work. Do the work first in the morning or something like this. Because if you have an empty stomach, you might think you feel hungry and shit. Just wait it out. Feeling hungry is a mental fucking thing. It's all in your head. If you feel hungry, you drink a fucking liter of water, and 10 minutes later, you will have forgotten that you're hungry for the next 3 hours. You'll be totally happy not eating for the next 3 hours if you just accept that you can drink water instead of eating and just going to the fucking fridge because you can't resist. And also another thing you can do to not eat in the morning, some bullshit, is to not buy some bullshit. My fridge is empty. Most of the time I go buy my meals just before eating them. That's very often what I do because my supermarket is just down my place, right? I'm in Paris. Everything's close up, so my fridge is empty as fuck. I don't keep things that I could eat later because I don't plan on eating some random shit later. I have my meals planned now. I know what I'm going to eat later on. I mean, in the same day, not tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I don't know what I'll want to eat. Maybe tomorrow I'll want to have some crepes. In which case, I'll just buy some Nutella. Because it's illegal to eat crepes without Nutella in France. And raw milk. So, all the brownies and ice cream and crepes I would eat for the evening meal. And sometimes it's the only thing I eat. You know the ice cream? I made 3 ice creams, right? Vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. I ate the whole fucking chocolate thing. It was like, I don't know, 600 grams of ice cream. And it was my whole fucking meal. It's a healthy ice cream, right? Because I know all the ingredients. I know all the ingredients I put in there, which was raw cream, healthy as fuck. Raw honey, healthy as fuck. Raw eggs, healthy as fuck. And then the best chocolate ingredient you can find, healthy as fuck. So in the end, my ice cream, of course it won't taste like your Kinder Bueno Oreo ice cream, but it tastes like a good fucking chocolate ice cream. I don't need your fucking Häagen-Dazs cookies and cream fucking ice cream, which tastes fake as fuck. You know I haven't eaten those things in a long fucking time, in probably 3, 4, 5 years. And when I go back to them, and like Coca-Cola, for example, I put it in my mouth and I just notice how the fuck can people not notice how fucking sweet this is, how much sugar there is in it. Because when you're used to eating it all the fucking time, you don't even notice the sugar there is anymore. Then when you stop for a couple of years, you go back to it, you notice how fucking sweet it's been all along. And you don't fucking believe how you were able to eat so much sugar. So, if you start eating good products, like ice cream, without tons of fake sugar that slows down your metabolism, but raw honey that helps you, that helps your metabolism, then your day will change completely. It's all about the ingredients you eat and how many you eat and when you eat them. I don't know how to make you understand how important it is to time your meals properly. You would think you haven't eaten breakfast, so you'll feel a bit slow in the morning, you're tired. No, that's when you'll feel the most fucking energetic. You'll just have the mental brainwashing that you think you're hungry. You think you need to eat because your stomach tells you. But if you just drink a little bit of water and wait it out, you won't feel hungry anymore and you'll just forget it. And if you just get busy, that's the thing. If you're not busy, you will feel hungry. You need to make yourself busy to forget that you're hungry, and then the morning will just go by very easily, and you just won't have eaten, and you'll have been burning fats all throughout the morning. That the first timing is no breakfast, first meal very late as possible to burn as much fat as you can. Then the second meal, if you still have work to do, should be small. If you don't have any more work to do, then you can take a massive meal and slow down your metabolism and go for a nap. That's cool if you have nothing else to do, right? It's only a problem when you have responsibilities and you need to be doing things, and then you eat a fucking kilogram of fries because that's what the lunch was at the canteen at work. And now you have a lazy fucking afternoon at work and you can't be productive, you can't do anything. You need to time the big heavy meals for the times when you don't need energy. Look at lions. When they need to hunt is when they're the most fucking hungry. They hunt and burn the most calories when they're the most hungry. Their biggest effort is when they're fucking starving. And sometimes they fail. They don't get the food. So they have to wait the next day to hunt again. Even more starving. You have a bunch of energy when you're hungry, guys. And just putting food in your mouth anytime you're hungry is being spoiled in capitalism. And it's living in a sugar-coated society where your parents have been there to tell you, oh, you're hungry, please take some more food. You're hungry, oh, your grandma, oh, you need more food. Oh, this little kid is starving, give him food, give him food. This is the worst poison you can have. Your family stuffing you with food, and your family, filling the fridge as much as possible so that they don't have to go to the supermarket again because it's so annoying. So they store for like 2 months of biscuits and Nutella and ice creams and all this shit, and now you have so much stock at home that's impossible to resist. It's a thing, guys. If I have a bunch of shit in my house, I will fail to resist sometimes, which is why I just don't buy it. If you don't buy it, you have no option. You just have to wait. You just have water and the food for tonight's meal. Then you can't fucking miss. Anyway, that's what I've been doing in my life to keep my six-pack while eating anything I want. I eat anything I want in the afternoon once I'm done with most of my fucking work. And then I can just vibe and enjoy and chill and destroy my stomach. And once my stomach is destroyed, I can lay down on the fucking sofa, edit some videos on my phone, reply to some comments on Instagram, and chill. Because most of the effort has been done already, now we can just chill. Which is when I exceed my meals. And then in the morning, I do my workout first thing in the morning so that I burn all the bullshit that I've eaten. I consume it in the workout, and then 10,000 steps a day, by the way, I didn't tell you. Workout, then 10,000 steps. And then there's the only things left in my stomachs. I burnt all the sugars in my muscles from the workout and the 10,000 steps. Now I'm burning fat until 12, until 1 p.m., until 2 p.m. Because, by the way, if you eat at 1 p.m., you don't start burning sugars straight away. You need to digest what you've eaten first to then start burning sugar. So if you eat only steak, it has a very low amount of sugars. It has some naturally, but a very low amount. So you need to first digest the steak. That takes 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. So you eat it at 1 p.m., then at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., that's when you start consuming the sugar from the steak. So really, you've been fasted for even fucking longer than this. You've started burning sugar not at 1 p.m. when you've eaten, but at 3, 4 p.m. when you've digested the steak. So there you go. That's my tips on how to keep your abs. If you don't know my Instagram, just check me out, Elias Bourdon on Instagram. I do a lot of cooking because I'm a professional chef, and I just have a six-pack and other chefs don't, and that's my thing. I put priority on my health instead of my taste. I care about my life, about what I will be in 10 years. I don't put my short-term dopamine cravings above everything else. I want to be proud of myself in 10 years. Will I be proud from eating all the sugar today, or from resisting and eating intelligently today and still enjoying? Because I'm fucking enjoying what I eat. I eat a lot. And by the way, I eat more than 3,500 calories sometimes. But I just burn everything in the morning. You don't have to limit yourself and just eat things that you don't like. I don't eat fucking vegetables. Not that I don't like them, but I know many people don't like vegetables. I don't eat any fucking vegetables. I eat steak, which I fucking love. I eat crepes, which I fucking love. I eat pasta, which I fucking love. I only eat things I love. I never eat things that like disgust me just because it's healthy. So come check my Instagram. If you're interested in getting some nutrition advice one-to-one, I do one-to-one guidance, one-to-one coaching with fitness and with nutrition. At the beginning, I was trying to post some fitness content, right? A couple years ago. I did this for a long time. I didn't get views. I didn't get traction. So then I've started posting the food content a couple months ago, which had made my account blow up. I gained 30,000 followers in 2 months on Instagram, which is what I'm going to do now. I'll be focusing much more on the nutrition because you guys seem to fucking love it. So my one-to-one coaching is about nutrition with fitness. Nutrition from my chef perspective. Because most people, they tell you to track their calories and to eat broccoli and all this shit. But that's not what I do. I'm not just a gym bro guy. I'm a chef. I like to eat food. I like good food. But I also like my fucking life. I don't want to ruin my health for food. I don't like this whole business of food where people make money from feeding other people unhealthy food while the chefs are unhealthy themselves. Cooking is not about destroying your health. It's literally putting fuel in your body, in your system for the rest of your life. So you should be careful about the fuel you put in your body. So that's what I teach. I teach people to get fit and feel good in their body, most importantly, because you can be fit and not feel good, which is not something I'm interested in. If you've noticed, I don't know if you probably haven't, but I've been posting every single day for the past year. For the past 500 days, I've been working out every day. And not because I wanted to gain the most muscles. If I wanted that, I wouldn't have worked out every day. I would have optimized it with rest days and shit like this, but that's not what I wanted to do. I did it every day to build discipline, to become proud of myself, to feel better. I did it all to feel better, and I feel great now. I've never felt so good in my life. I had deep depression back in the day. I was a chronically depressed guy for 20 years. But I fixed everything through fitness, through food, through nutrition. It's so important that you understand that what you eat and your food habits can completely change your life more than fitness. Fitness is a side effect of food, guys. And if you just get fit without caring about the nutrition, you won't feel good in your body. There's a lot of guys in the gym who down the fucking weight shakers and feel like shit. That's not what I want to do. I want to be fit and feel great. And actually, being fit is a side effect. I just want to feel great. Because I was the laziest video game addict who felt like shit, was depressed all the time. And I don't want to be this person again. So now my fucking aim in life is to biohack. Just feel the best I could. And I want to teach it to other people too. Because I've had a lot of people ask me, especially since I've been posting the food content. People see that I'm eating brownies and crepes and cheese all the time and fucking fats and oil. Not oil actually, because I don't eat seed oils at all. I eat animal fats, but I eat very fatty, very sweet. And people were like, how do you manage to keep your six-pack like this? And that's my whole point, right? My whole life is focused on this, about eating what I want in a way that doesn't damage my physique and my health and how I feel. So if you're interested in one-to-one coaching about this, about nutrition and fitness, shoot me a DM on Instagram, or you can just book a call in the description of this video. And apart from that, well, thanks for watching. Hope I can see you soon. Stay shredded. Start fasting in the morning, guys. Stop breakfast. Breakfast is your worst fucking enemy. It was invented by Kellogg's to sell you cereals. Literally. You need to feel better on you from what you eat. You will feel better from what you eat, and then you'll have the energy to do anything that you want. Food is fuel. If you put fucking poison in you, you will be poisoned. You need to care about what you eat, guys. Thanks for watching. Press follow. I need followers on my YouTube. And see you soon.